Right, so we have finally got to masking. I'm looking a bit blurry. I'm just gonna blurry. Okay. Right. So masking basically is when you're just trying to hide or suppress the autistic traits, just really to try to blend in, just to keep a quiet life really, and make people think you're not weird. As I said, I always knew I was a little bit different. There was just something, it was a kind of a new, well, it was because it was different, because I wanted to fit in, it was bad. But it was just like, it is what it is. Most of the time, it's like, yeah, I'm different. I've got to live with it. I'll always be different. As I said, everyone is different. So, yeah, whatever. But it's kind of, the thing about hiding and suppressing your autistic traits, masking, in other words, it can get, you're basically mimicking other people. You are just taking their point of view. And it's basically what you're doing is you don't know what you feel like. You don't really know what is expected of you. Even though people might tell you, you're still just like, well, I don't really get it, And that's how I was. It was like I didn't know whether, for example, I'm just trying to think of an example now. Someone might say, I just remember one day actually, there was. Actually ridiculous, actually. No, this was cruel, but it was like there were actually some girls when I was at primary school, they're a couple of years older than me, or about a year older than me or something, kind of just came up to me and said, do you like Karen? And I won't say her last name, but yeah, do you like Karen? And I'm like, yeah, she's all right. Because I was like thinking, what they ask me, it's like, we don't like Karen. And I'm like, well, I don't like her that much. That's how you do. You mask. It's like, and gradually it's like, I hope they didn't hear that. What I actually said, I liked her. It's like, just trying to sort of point it a bit more towards what they're saying, what they're feeling. So I come across as more acceptable. That's how the autistic brain works. It's like you just want to all the time be accepted as someone who's not too weird. You just want, and it's like, I didn't really know this Karen that well. She's in a different year to me, so I didn't really hang out with her. She's all right. But, I didn't know her. But these days, I would actually say that. It's like, well, I don't really know her. I can't really judge. But, well, that's a very adult response, isn't it? But as a young child, I think I must have been about 9 or, 8 or 9. I was just like, well, I was just going with them. And that, because I think I just wanted to be liked. And I didn't feel like I had the strength of character. I mean, it's nothing to do with strength of character at all. It was just, but I didn't know that then. I just thought, it's like, whatever I say, if I disagree with someone else, it becomes irrelevant, what I think, because that's not the normal response, because other people are acting differently. So yeah, I would copy people's body language, people that I liked. I would actually have it in my mind. I do have one person in mind. I'm not going to say who it is because I still kind of know her. And I always kind of looked up a little bit to this person, and she would always come across as so confident, and whatever. So even right until I'd actually left home, I was just like, what would she do in a situation like that? And I tried to respond in a similar way. It's almost like I became her, because that's the way I could cope. But, not always the right way of doing it. But there you go. It's getting very dark in here, actually. It's 8 o'clock. That's why. It's like the sun's kind of gone in a different direction. So it's not coming in my window anymore. So for the next one, I'm not going to... I'm a little bit in the dark. But hey, I might turn the light on in the next one. But it's like, it wasn't like I decided to do that. It was almost like there was no option. that's what I had to do to fit in. There was no question about it. So, but the problem with that, you know, as I said, it made me emotionally, oh my God, I felt so drained sometimes. And it's like, I just go home, I'd have a meltdown. You know, I know what they were now, these really intense kind of, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to, you know, I just can't deal with this. School's horrible. I don't know what. So sometimes I'd literally just go up to one of my siblings, just punch them or just pick a fight. Because that's just my way of getting it out of my system. So yeah, sorry guys, you know, that's how I was, but you know, there's no excuse. Well, is there, isn't there? I don't know. But it was like, well, yeah. So yeah, copying voices, anything. You know, that's what a lot of autistic people do, because they're not sure and they want to be sure. I mean, as I said, particularly girls, it's more evident, and that's why it gets missed so much in girls. So I'm only on 6 minutes or something. I'm going to stop this one now, because yeah, I've pretty much said what I need to say.